Radiyallahu alayhi wasallam called them my neighbors. And then he tells the ummah that take care of my neighbors for my sake. And he said, when I'm buried over there, yet they will be continue to be my neighbors because I'm buried in their neighborhood. This is why when one of the scholars went to Medina Munawwara, he was a great scholar. He bought some milk from there, and he realized after drinking the milk that some water was mixed with the milk. So I said, look at the people of Medina, the cheap people. They mix water with the milk. When he went to sleep, night time, he saw in his dream Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is telling him that I want you to leave my town. If you came to my town to get pure milk, then go and get it somewhere else. Go and get a pure milk somewhere else. If you came for my sake, then don't backbite my neighbors. Understanding the purpose of why we are there. We don't see Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam in our dreams, otherwise he would tell us a lot of these things. Those were the people who used to see him in their dream. So he would tell them. But we don't see him. Otherwise he would tell us, don't even come to my town. Of all the thoughts that you have about my town and people of my town. So, at least for the sake of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, they deserve that respect. Sometimes we see a child who's very misbehaving, but it might be a child of one of the people who is greatly respected by us. So we'll just be quiet and not say anything to the child just for the respect of that elder. And we'll take anything from that child just because of that man, because of the father. Same thing. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is telling us that just ignore their faults and their mistakes for my sake, because they are my neighbors. Anyway, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam arrived in Medina Munawwara. He built his masjid over there, and then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam built his home also, and his Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in built their houses. Abu Bakr Radiyallahu Anhu also, when he saw the masjid is getting built, of course these Sahaba, when they migrated from Mecca to Medina, they did not have a home in Medina Munawwara, so they started building their houses around the masjid, and they wanted to be as close as they can to the masjid of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Therefore, the way they built their homes was, none of them have a door going outside of their home from any other where. All the doors are opening inside the masjid, which means they are using one wall of the masjid and 3 walls outside to have their own homes. So all the Sahaba had their own doors opening into the masjid. Abu Bakr Radiyallahu Anhu was one of those people. And after that, something happened that made all of the situation change, and the doors were closed. Windows were open, finally windows were closed. What was that reason? And under what circumstances these things take place? Inshallah, we'll talk about that in our next sessions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us tawfiq to follow the steps of these Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in and guide all of us to Sirat al-Mustaqim. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب